How's it going, guys? Welcome back on this live stream. This is eVlog coming to you with another information. Now, I'm always here to give you guys information as much as the information seems fit, edible, and accurate. Now, before I go into that, a heavy news just dropped. And this news, I do understand it's not part of this topic. I do understand it's not part of what I was going to say. This news, I just heard about this news while I was getting ready to do this live stream. Now, this news is, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, WWE has lost a legend. Not just any legend. No. WWE has lost a great legend. His name was Hogan. Terry. Right? This is a great loss. Whether you like the guy or not, I might make a separate video on Hulk Hogan. I might make a separate video on the Hulkmania. But before I carry on with this stream, I'm going to take my time to say rest in peace, my condolences to his family, and I hope everything goes well, everything goes smooth. Say whatever you want to say about the guy. The guy brought asses on the seat. He brought audience to the WWF, aka WWE now, right? So with that being said, Sex Machine, thanks for coming to the live chat. How are you doing, buddy? So it is the end of an era. Solo leveling has come to its end. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this article or this information is simply because whether you are a manga reader, whether you are an anime fan, I believe that this article is for you. Whether you're reading the manga, you're still reading the manga, you read the manga before, you're only an anime, you watch the anime, you've caught up on the anime, you're starting off on the anime. This article is for you because solo leveling has come to its end, ladies and gentlemen. And I do have a couple of things that I'm going to say at the end of this article. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Now, let's get into this. The article that I have for you guys today is from CBR by Leo Riena. They normally put out information on anime, movies, sports, so their article are credible. And I'm sure some of you guys, if not most of you guys that are currently reading the manga or have caught on the manga, if you're a manga reader, you'll probably agree with me on this subject as well if you are up to date on what is going on in the anime world, especially solo leveling. Now, the article says, please, you might enlarge this article on your end so that you can be able to read it with me. If not, just listen to me and you'll be able to know what is going on. So, let's see here. The story of solo leveling has officially come to an end after 375 chapters. Okay? The article has come to an end. They are not writing anymore. After 375 chapters, the light novel continuation of the worldwide phenomenon announced its abrupt conclusion on its official website. After 2 years, Solo Leveling Ragnarok, the official sequel to the original Solo Leveling series, announced its sudden end via Kaiku page. Dao, the author who took over writing duties for Solo Leveling writer Jongon, spoke briefly about the web novel sequel's end. This journey began on April 10th, 2023, and now it has come to an end. Dao wrote as translated by social media user FT Wizard. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has walked this path with me. Okay, and the article continues here saying Solo Leveling Ragnarok comes to an abrupt end after 2 years. Dao's message continuing the legacy of Solo Leveling, such a beloved and meaningful story, was both a tremendous honor and a heavy responsibility. I tried to write with the deepest respect for Chungon Ni original vision. To be honest, I was probably not so much a creator as a humble guardian, a guide in an already perfect world. Nevertheless, telling the story where Jinwoo and Shuho continue their journey was something truly special for me. I rewrote, edited, and revised the lyre countless times, all to create a story worthy of the original. To those who were disappointed by the delays, I offer my sincerity apologies. To those who waited, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. You gave me strength. Although this is the end of Solo Leveling Ragnarok, Dao assures fans this is not the end of the Solo Leveling franchise. The author believes the series will continue to grow through new webtoons, anime, games, dramas, and more. The legend of the Shadow Lord Song Jiwoo lives on, Dao said, and maybe one day in a different form. It will return again. For now, I am once again just a fan, and like you, I follow in the footsteps of his shadow. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. May your days be filled with good stories and happiness. Okay. Now, this video right here, I'm gonna click it after I'm done reading this. Okay, I'm almost done. Solo Leveling Ragnarok follows Song Shu, the son of Song Jiwoo, and Cha-hin. Okay, this is a spoiler now. That is a spoiler right there. You see, that's a spoiler. So it looks like on season 3 or somehow Song Jiwoo and Cha-hin are going to be couples at some point, as he unlocks the powers inherited from his father as a young adult to stop a new threat against Earth. Although Solo Leveling Ragnarok surpassed the original series in length by 105 chapters, Solo Leveling ran for 270 chapters. Its run, as acknowledged by Dao, suffered from delays. The most serious delay came when Dao was the victim of a car crash while walking in public. Okay. So it looks like Dao, the person that is heavily involved on the writing of Solo Leveling, unfortunately, he got into an accident, unfortunately, and I guess along the line that caused a delay here and there, because the article continued to say the most serious delay came from when Dao was the victim of a car crash while walking in public. forcing the sequel series to enter a hiatus that lasted from December 30th, 2024 to January 31st, 2025. As noted, Down solo leveling will continue following the unexpected end of Solo Leveling Ragnarok. Netflix recently announced a live-action adaptation of Solo Leveling starring South Korean actor Byun Wo-suk. Two brand new video games, Solo Leveling Arise Overdrive and Solo Leveling Karma, are currently in development for consoles and PC. Of course, there is also Solo Leveling Season 3, which the anime staff have assured fans will happen, but has yet to make an official announcement. So, if you're wondering what is the rate on Solo Leveling is currently 9.5 out of 10. So it's a good anime. As it stands, ladies and gentlemen, Solo Leveling will be taking a hiatus after the third season. Okay, it will be taking hiatus, or it will come to an end for now after the third season, due to the fact that there will be no content moving forward right after that. Of course, be that as it may, they also stated that there's going to be a Solo Leveling live action adaptation. We don't know when it's going to drop. If you guys have any news on that aspect, please drop it on the comment section after this live stream, or while this live stream is going on, you may drop it here. On top of that, there is going to be a video game adaptation on Solo Leveling. Okay, there's going to be a video game adaptation on Solo Leveling Arise Overdrive. That's what it's going to be called. And also Solo Leveling Karma are currently in development. So it looks like there's going to be two video games that will be coming out either before Season 3, right? Before Solo Leveling Season 3, or after Season 3. This is a shocking news, guys, to me, because, this is one of those anime that I'm looking at, and I'm, looking at it, and I'm in it for the long haul. I am not expecting Solo Leveling to finish anytime soon, simply because the anime is doing so well. It got a lot of reviews from the fans. The audience loves the content, and they are expecting for more, especially after the Daiju Island arc, the Season 2 arc. And the animation was great, the character development was great. Of course, there are areas they could have improved, and I was one of the people that talked about the previous arc, Daiju Island arc. I literally explained that I wish that they could have expanded the arc a little bit more. They should have expanded Beiru's character a little more before his final battle against Sung Jiwoo. The final arc, or the previous arc, felt as if it was rushed. There wasn't much there was not much of character development on Beiru. And yeah, the whole arc on Season 2 was a bit rushed. I said that. Be that as it may, the anime performed well. If you were, like I said, if you were a Hunter x Hunter fan, you would definitely love Daiju Island arc. So for the fact that after the third season, the anime is going to stop there, it's quite shocking, because the anime does have potential. Now, although that there's going to be a live action, which I'm not sure how they're going to do that, it will probably do well depending on how they do it. Now, will it perform as good as One Piece live action? Will it perform as good as the anime version of Solo Leveling? That I do not know. Okay, I don't know. It's going to be very surprising if Solo Leveling live action performs better than the anime, or even come close to it. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure. And this is why I said that I think that, because if you look at what is going on, if you had paid attention to new gen animes don't stay long. You know what I mean? New gen animes are not in it for the long haul. They give you season 1, season 2, maybe season 3, if that may be, and the anime will come to an end. Jujutsu Kaisen is going to come to an end very soon. Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia will come to its last season soon enough, and One Punch Man has been in hiatus for a very long time. So this is why, say whatever you want about the old gen. Old gen, they're dedicated. Old gen are in it for the long haul. Say whatever you want about old gen, but I think old gen's anime is a W. Definitely a W. Name an old gen anime that is not still ongoing. Naruto? Do you want to talk about Naruto? Naruto is still ongoing. Yes, the name Naruto is not ongoing, but Boruto is ongoing. Naruto's son. Because the way things goes, when you give birth to your son, that's your livelihood, that's the next generation, it carries on and stuff like that. So for the fact that Boruto is still ongoing, even though that they have taken a little bit of hiatus, right? Even though Boruto has taken a hiatus, the Naruto is still at large. Naruto will still be on Boruto. So technically, Naruto is still ongoing, and Naruto is part of old gen. One Piece. One Piece is an all-time old gen anime. One Piece is still going on till today. As it stands, I'm currently on episode 300 and something on One Piece. I haven't even come close to hitting half of the content. You know what I mean? And then my one and only Dragon Ball Super or Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball is still ongoing. Even though that they are currently a little bit on hiatus, even though they're still prepping their manga work, even though it's not, it has taken a little bit of time, still Dragon Ball is still ongoing, right? So if you talk about the old gen animes and you talk about the new gen animes don't give you a run for your money, really. Like they are not in it for the long haul. They are not in it for the long haul. And even if they are in it for the long haul, there's going to be a lot of breaks, a lot of hiatus going on. Black Clover is a new gen anime. Black Clover has taken a hiatus for almost, if I'm not mistaken, 2 years or 3 years. Correct me if I'm wrong. Black Clover has taken a long hiatus thus far. So W for old gen. Now, I did promise that we're going to check out this video here. Let me see if I can make this available. And hopefully this doesn't get copyrighted. All right, hopefully this doesn't get copyrighted. I don't even know what this video is about, but now let me go back. Now this is Solo Leveling, official trailer. Okay, Solo Leveling, official trailer. It looks like the video game is going to adapt very closely to its original story. All right. All right. So looking at this video game, it looks like the video game Solo Leveling Karma is going to follow closely to the original story on Solo Leveling, because there are familiar faces that showed up, and it's going to be a situation where Song Jino has a little bit more power to defend himself, unlike the first season, the first couple of episodes where Song Jino was very, very vulnerable on the anime. And again, there was a spoiler that I read saying here Solo Leveling Ragnarok follows Song Hui. So it seems like Song Suhu, right? The son of Song Jiwo and Cha Hin, as he unlocks the powers inherited from his father as a young adult to stop a new threat against Earth. So Song Suhi or Suho is going to be Song Jino's son. And based on the fact that this is the end of an era for Solo Leveling, does this mean that they are not going to expand the story on Song Suho, who is going to be Song Jiwo's son? And which reminds me, on the previous arc, Daeju Island arc, Cha Hin made a promise to herself that she will not stop training until she catches up to Song Jino's ability. And of course, we know that's never going to happen, but it looks like Song Jiwo and Cha Hee ended up being a couple, and they gave birth to Song Suhi. Now, this is a spoiler to me as an anime watcher. If you're a manga reader, you probably know all of this. Okay, if you are an anime watcher, you probably know all of this. How's it going, Swag? Thanks for coming to the live chat. Now, what do you guys think on this aspect? And I did leave a topic here. Do you guys consider Attack on Titan, okay, Attack on Titan, is it considered as an old gen anime or a new gen? Because I'm a bit confused if Attack on Titan is considered an old gen or a new gen. Okay, is it considered an old gen or a new gen? I'm not sure. It's kind of a split decision conversation, because to me, if Dragon Ball, One Piece, Naruto, and of course, if you want to include Cowboy Bebop, if you want to include JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, right? I think we can include Attack on Titan as part of the old gen. What do you guys think? Also, if you include Full Metal Alchemist, is Full Metal Alchemist part of old gen or new gen? But those are, you know, oh wow, okay, shout out to Swag, man. Swag, no worries, man, so long as your intentions, as long as the mission was achieved, okay, so long as your mission was achieved, I have nothing to say about that, you know. And I didn't mean for my notification to interrupt your little moment with your lady friend. But all I'm saying is, so long as your mission was achieved in your quest, as long as you conquered your quest, shout out to you on that, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, man. So I'm going to continue looking into this article, or I'm going to continue looking into solo leveling. I think there are more articles here that I can discuss as well. Solo Leveling Season 3 gets devastating update for Song Jiwoo. This is another article that I can read for y'all. Let's see here. Solo Leveling Season 3 is an enigma that runs deeper than the very system that gives Song Jiwoo his power to level up. Updates on the production of season 3 are few and far between, with still no projected release date to speak of. However, the team at A-1 Pictures has dropped several hints at what fans might expect if Solo Leveling Season 3 happens. It will absolutely happen, as it is the case with a new interview with Solo Leveling producer Atsushi Kaneko. In the interview, Kaneko gave fans an exciting update about Solo Leveling's next season that sounds amazing for fans, but looks utterly disastrous for Song Jiwoo. There will be plenty of drama and even potentially heartbreak for the young Shadow Monarch. While never stated outwardly, this new Solo Leveling Season 3 information also provides some intriguing insight into how far into the manhole the story could be going, and the thought process of the series creatives in getting here. So every story from here on out that I'm running into, it's hidden on Solo Leveling. Is going to have an impact that there is a big impact coming on Solo Leveling, which is what I stated before. So is this going to be the end for Solo Leveling, ladies and gentlemen? Should we, the audience, start writing the producers to continue the series? Should we do a petition? All right, bro. I mean, so long as your mission was achieved, I'm happy for you, man. So long as your mission was achieved, I am happy for you. So, to continue this article, at Anime Expo, Kaneko revealed the Screen Rant that Solo Leveling Season 3 will explore Jinwoo's emotional and moral integrity. This suggests a deeper emphasis on character development, which aligns much of what Kaneko has been saying in regard to the upcoming season. According to previous reports, Kaneko has expressed his desire to break that boundary between solar leveling recognizability and that of shonen staples like Dragon Ball, Naruto, and One Piece. In order to do that, the staff at A-1 Pictures may be trying to craft a more emotional, resonant storyline that checks all the boxes covered by those classic anime series. So, this is an interesting concept that is happening. Okay, Kaneko is starting to compare. He's trying to position solar leveling to be compared to Dragon Ball, Naruto, and One Piece. It's almost interesting that I talked about old gen versus new gen moments ago. Isn't it interesting that I addressed the old gen versus the new gen moments ago? So Kaneko is trying to position solar leveling to be on par or to be recognized as, to be compared, to be addressed, to be recognized as one of the big three. Because he just mentioned the big three: Dragon Ball, Naruto, and One Piece. And we know Dragon Ball, Naruto, and One Piece has a lot of emotional presence, a lot of emotional scenes, a lot of emotional moments that gave it its name, that made it what it is, that made it to be one of the big three. Now I know the comparison is still going on. The big three, is it Dragon Ball, Naruto, and One Piece? Or some people will say Dragon Ball, Naruto, and Bleach. Some people will say One Piece, Naruto, Bleach. Some people will say Dragon Ball, Bleach, and One Piece. So to each his own, because the big three, depending on who you meet, depending on who you talk to, they will reveal different aspects of the big three, right? Because as long as I'm concerned, the big three for me is Dragon Ball, Naruto, and One Piece. Now, there's a fight going on if it is Bleach, Dragon Ball, or Bleach, One Piece, and Naruto. So, let me continue with the article. While Dragon Ball and Naruto are certainly known for their action, there are also emotional stacks and iconic character arcs, which get fans more deeply invested in the story. A lack of emotional depth is a common talking point that has lied at the heart of the most criticism aimed at solar leveling since its release, and which has only become more prominent with the immense commercial success of Season 2. In the Anime Expo interview, Kaneko further explained that Jinwoo will fight a far more personal battle of inner conflict in the upcoming season than ever, as he comes to terms with the moral conundrums he has dealt with by way of the system throughout Season 1 and 2. So, what this is literally saying that over time, and I think I said this on one of my review, whether if it is the 11th episode or the 10th episode on Season 2, I did talk about it briefly, that Song Ji-woo have not met a warrior, a villain that has really, really pushed him to that limit, to that point. I would say that the battle he had with I forgot the name of that villain. That villain that night pushed him more than Beru pushed him. Everybody was expecting Beru to push Song Jiwoo to the limit. Although Beru came quite close, but it wasn't close enough. Okay? And we were expecting Beru to be the be all end all villain as it stands. But unfortunately, due to the fact that his character development was not expanded as they should have, due to the fact that Daeju Island was a bit rushed, due to the fact that the character development was not concrete enough, that's the reason why I felt, or most of the audience felt, that they were robbed of that arc, because that arc was supposed to be better than it was. You know what I mean? And on top of that, Song Jiwoo hasn't gone through an emotional roller coaster enough, right? And while the reason why this is a good thing, right? The reason why it is a good thing for Song Jiwoo to go through these emotional roller coaster, to go through these emotional situations, is because it will help his character. Because all these while, Song Jino has been doing so well that he has forgotten his first encounter in that dungeon. Let me repeat what I just said. Song Jino has been doing so well. He's been stacking his arsenals. He's been conquering, defeating enemies as he goes, that he has not gone through the emotional roller coaster that he went through on the first couple of episodes on season 1. And I believe due to it's almost like One Punch Man. It's almost like Saitama. You know, even though the anime was good for what it is, even though Saitama is a great hero and all, but due to the fact that his name, like what he does, he punches a villain one time or twice the most, and that villain is dead, which means where is the emotional roller coaster? Where is the emotional character development? You know, it kind of robs the audience from that, you know, and we see the same kind of thing happening on Solo Leveling, which I'm so glad that the producers are starting to notice it. They are starting to notice it, which is the reason why it's imperative that the next upcoming season, we're going to see a personal battle where Song Jino is going to go through a turmoil, a personal battle of inner conflict in the upcoming season than ever. So this is a good thing. It's not a bad, it's a very good thing for him to go through this roller coaster. And for the fact that the next season is going to be probably the final season. Right now, it's in the air what's going to happen, but most likely after the third season, that will be it for now, which will raise a lot of question when that season ends, because based on the things that I just read, based on the article that I just read, Cha-hee and Song Jino are going to be couples. They're going to have a child. The audience will be looking forward to see how are they going to expand the story with Song Jino's son, right? Let me quickly look at what is going on here. Let me read the chat. Yes, Swag, I did mention it. I did mention that. It was just unfortunate, man. I mentioned it at the beginning of this live stream. I talked about it. I noticed it when I was getting the video ready for this live stream. That was when I noticed it. That was when I saw it. The guy is gone. You know? The guy is gone. I did enjoy Hulk Hogan's feud with Randy Savage. Although that feud could have lasted a little longer, I enjoyed his feud with the Ultimate Warrior. I enjoyed his feud with The Rock. That WrestleMania the Hawkmeister, the Hawkmania versus The Rock. That was classic, you know? Yeah, it's such unfortunate that he's dead. Yeah, I'm telling you, WWE are definitely going to they're going to pay homage tomorrow. SmackDown, they're going to pay like Hulk Hogan is going to be the talk of tomorrow's show, and most likely Monday Night Raw. Okay, Hulk Hogan passing will be the talk of tomorrow's show, Friday night's SmackDown, and of course Monday Night Raw. Because the guy is such a legend, he's a huge legend, you know, he is one of many. So he's going to get his praise and everything. Yeah, Hollywood Hulk Hogan was good too. The NWO, right? The NWO with Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, right? Razor Ramon. It's going to be interesting. Even somehow, as I'm talking to you guys right now, I can't believe that the guy is dead because it just happened in a shock. And there is another movie star, okay, because make no mistake about it, Hulk Hogan is a movie star too. Although The Rock has beaten Hulk Hogan in terms of movie accolades, but Hulk Hogan has, because if you guys remember, Hulk Hogan was in Rocky, the first Rocky, if I'm not mistaken. He also did Tooth Fairy, right? And I think that was another movie that he did, and some um, TV shows that he did. So Hulk Hogan has been in there in social media, like in terms of movies, TV series, and stuff like that. Now, if you take away The Rock's movie career, because I believe when it comes to The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, and Terry, I believe The Rock has surpassed Hulk Hogan in terms of his movie accolades and stuff like that, right? The Rock is the number one WWE or WWF wrestler that has an extended, horrendous movie credentials, right? But when it comes to wrestling, I'm not sure if The Rock has stumped out Hulk Hogan in terms of popularity. I'm not sure yet. I think it's kind of draw right now. I think it's a draw. I don't think The Rock's popularity during the height of his career is as big as the Hulkamania during Hulk Hogan's career. I don't think so. But you guys can let me know what you think about that. Y'all can let me know what you think about that. I hope that the crowd doesn't boo Hulk Hogan like they did on Netflix debut of Monday Night Raw. Yeah, I think at this point people are going to at least have some respect. I don't think they're gonna boo him. I don't think that when WWE is going to put his face on the titrum and pay homage to him, I don't think the crowd is gonna boo him because the guy is gone. The best thing the crowd or the audience will do is just pay their respect because the man, whether we like it or not, has contributed in the wrestling industry. Because remember, and this is another reason why I said that I don't think that The Rock's popularity has beaten or overshadowed Hulk Hogan. Why do I say this? Now, I didn't grow up, I wasn't a teenager in the 80s or in the 70s or whatever, right? But if you think about then, before the Attitude Era, during the Attitude Era, when Hulk Hogan left WWE or WWF at the time and went to WCW, right? And wrestled over there. Hulk Hogan again went to TNA, right? Hulk Hogan has been everywhere. He has contributed in the wrestling industry more than what The Rock has ever done in the wrestling industry. You all know that. Hulk Hogan helped shape TNA, helped shape WCW, even though WCW is no longer at large. They were defeated by WWF at the time. But what I'm trying to say is that Hulk Hogan's resume, I believe, is super. It is better, right? His accolades supersede what The Rock has done, right? But when it comes to the movies, The Rock has definitely surpassed Hulk Hogan with in the movie sector of things, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That's all I have on Solo Leveling right now. Of course, if I have any update on Solo Leveling or on any other anime out there that is popular that I have seen and that I have watched and I have been a member of and enjoyed, I will definitely bring it to your attention. So if you guys have any other topic to address, we can address it real quick. Yeah, Hulk Hogan helped ship TNA at some point. He helped ship TNA. So his resume is very vast in terms of wrestling. He has shaped a lot of areas. I'm not sure. Excuse me. I'm not sure if he went to AEW as well. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure if Hulk Hogan also helped shape Ring of Honor as well. But I can remember his involvement in TNA. I can remember his involvement in WCW. I can remember his involvement in WWE or WWF. And I can remember his involvement on New Japan because I did hear that he went to New Japan at some point. He wrestled for New Japan at some point. So his resume is very vast in terms of wrestling. Yeah, Jeff Hardy's run on TNA, if I recall, his run on TNA he did okay. It's just that the fact that he was heavily on drugs, He was heavily on drugs. He was going delulu, you know? He was heavily on drugs. If you remember his match with Sting, when he came to wrestle Sting, he was very high. Jeff Hardy was so high during that match that they just had to do a quick, he just had to lie down and have Sting pin him 1, 2, 3. Right? So, but I think right now he has gone through some therapy. I'm not sure if he's okay now. I'm not sure if he's done with that life of addiction and stuff like that, but we'll see. Okay, I believe the year Willow was introduced to TNA, Hulk Hogan has been there already. Hulk Hogan got to TNA before Jeff Hardy got to TNA. Hulk Hogan was during the time Booker T went to TNA. Hulk Hogan was there during the time Kurt Angle went to TNA. Kurt Angle was there during the time The Abyss was in TNA. Hulk Hogan was there during the time Jim Cornette was helping the boys or helping Jeff Jarrett with the booking, and of course, Jim Cornette always had issue with Vince Russo. He always talks about it every time he gets a chance. So yeah, it's quite an interesting concept to, like, when you really look at Hulk Hogan's resume in the wrestling industry, how vast and sophisticated it is. So, of course, he's not perfect. He has said some weird, crazy stuff in the past. The man is not perfect, but I will give his due where it is meant to be given. Yes, I think so. I'm not sure about ECW being in ECW champion being in TNA. I'm gonna have to look that up because TNA. I'm not a hardcore fan of TNA. I watch bits and pieces of TNA's run or during its era. I know TNA is still ongoing, but I'm not a big fan of it. So I'm gonna have to look into that. So on the fact that on my question in the poll, 60% says that Attack on Titan should be part of old gen anime. Some 40% said no. Attack on Titan is not part of old gen anime. So I don't know. Based the based on the percentage, I think Attack on Titan is part of an old gen anime. But hardcore anime fans can let me know. Hardcore fans can vote and let me know, is Attack on Titan part of old gen anime, or should it be classified as part of new gen anime? Oh, are you talking about, okay, EC3. Yes. Ethan Carter the third. Yes. I think you're talking about the woman you're referring to is I forgot her name. She owes her and Jeff Jarrett ran TNA at a time. Stacy Carter, I think that's who you're talking about. And I think EC3 is either her cousin or her son or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why EC3, because EC3 did come to WWE at one point. EC3 did come to WWE, and I don't think WWE utilized his ability, even though he got all the qualities. He got everything WWE normally looks for. You know, I've watched his wrestling matches on TNA. I forgot most of them, but I think based on what WWE normally looks for, the looks, the physique, maybe WWE feels like he's not good in the ring or he's not a good talker. I think on TNA I have seen him speak. He's not bad, on the mic. I think his mic skills was okay. So I'm not sure why WWE never utilized him the way they should have. I don't know. Yes, Dixie Carter. Yes, Dixie Carter, not Stacy Carter. Dixie Carter. Yeah, Dixie Carter. I don't know why WWE never utilized EC3's ability when he came to WWE. And if you look at what is going on, they are kind of doing the same thing to AJ Styles. Am I right or am I right? WWE, they are doing the same thing with AJ Styles. AJ Styles has been in WWE for the last 4 years or five. No, it's been more than that. I think for the last 5 or 6, 7 years, right? He's been a champion, WWE champion once, right? AJ Styles has been the WWE champion or WWE Universal Champion once, if I'm not mistaken. John Cena has beat AJ Styles more than once, which I don't think John Cena needed to win that match. I don't think when the first time John Cena faced AJ Styles, I don't think Cena needed to win that match. AJ Styles carried that match. And I think they did the same thing to EC3. When EC3 came to WWE, WWE never utilized them. And I think the reason why they're not really doing it to AJ is because AJ Styles is just AJ Styles. He's the phenomenon one. You know? No, they're not treating AJ Styles right. No, they're not doing that. They're not utilizing him the way I was expecting them to utilize him. Of course, in WWE, of course, AJ Styles has had some good matches, but it's just that by now he's supposed to be 3 times, if not 4 times, WWE champion. He's been a champion once, maybe twice, but no more than twice. He's been a champion once. And the way they utilize him, they are not, at this point, they are using AJ Styles. They are using AJ Styles to job and to put younger guys over. Let me say it again. From where I'm sitting, WWE, they are currently using AJ Styles to put younger guys over. AJ Styles is currently feuding with Dirty Dom. Dirty Dom has the Intercontinental Championship. So AJ Styles is supposed to meet him at SummerSlam. I don't think AJ Styles is gonna win that belt. If he does win that belt, that's a good thing, but they're not utilizing him the way I think they should be utilizing him. Yeah, WWE didn't utilize EC3 properly. Yes, Samoa Joe is another one. Thank you for remembering Samoa Joe. Thank you for remembering. Thank you for mentioning Samoa Joe because Samoa Joe is another TNA homebred wrestler. If I'm not mistaken, Samoa Joe, when he did his feud with Goldberg, when he had a feud with Brock Lesnar, when he had a feud with Randy Orton, if I'm not mistaken, or Seth Rollins, or even Roman Reigns, or um, what's his name? Braun Strowman. They did not utilize Samoa Joe the way I was expecting them to utilize him. It's exactly the same thing they did with EC3. That was the same thing WWE did to Samoa Joe. And we all know Samoa Joe is a badass. He has the credential. He has the look WWE normally goes for. The badass, the strong character. Samoa Joe is good on mic. He's a great wrestler. He has all the equipment. He can go, right? But WWE never utilized him the way they should have. And I don't like the fact they did that. I did not like the fact that they didn't utilize Samoa Joe, you know. EC3, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, they did not utilize these guys properly. For some reason, I think that WWE used them to amplify their homebred talents. Let me say it again. It looks like WWE used these three wrestlers, amazing, phenomenal wrestlers, to amplify their home created, homebred talents. Because they used Samoa Joe to get Brock Lesnar over, Braun Strowman over, Roman Reigns over, Seth Rollins over, and I believe Randy Orton as well, if I'm not mistaken. They used Samoa Joe to get him over. They also used AJ Styles to get John Cena over. They used AJ Styles to get Randy Orton over. They used AJ Styles to get they used him to get a couple of talents, homebred WWE homebred talents over. And now they are using AJ Styles to get Dirty Dom over. Now I do understand AJ Styles, I'm sure they're paying him good money, right? Because if it wasn't for the money, he would not be in WWE. He would be going back to TNA because TNA is his home territory, right? I guess because of the money, that's the reason why he's doing all of these things. Because I know if this was AJ Styles 10 years older, or I mean 10 years younger, or 15 years younger AJ Styles, I don't think he would be in WWE by now. If WWE, if they are not utilizing him the way they should utilize him, I don't think 15 years younger AJ Styles will still be in WWE by now. I don't think so. And the same thing goes for Samoa Joe. If 20 years younger or 15 years younger Samoa Joe came to WWE and they did not utilize him, he would have left. And that's the reason why he's not there anymore. Samoa Joe is now with the WWE. I'm not sure where he is. I think he went to AEW at some point. Yeah, they did not do a good job with Samoa Joe. That I agree with you. The same goes for EC3. The same goes for AJ Styles. They did not utilize these characters or these wrestlers the way they should have. I'm not sure if it is the reason why. I think I know why. It's not that I'm not sure, because this, if you really look at WWE, they've done this over and over and over again. Not just AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, and EC3. Anyone who was not created by WWE always go through the same thing. Any wrestler who came from outside WWE, any wrestler who WWE did not create from the beginning, always go through the same goddamn thing. They go through the same thing. WWE didn't create AJ Styles. WWE didn't create Samoa Joe. WWE didn't create EC3. These guys, their home is TNA. You know what I mean? Yeah, because, these guys are still James Storm. James Storm. I have heard that name. James Storm. James Storm. I've heard that name before. I have heard that name many times. I think I've seen him. I think I've seen a couple of his matches. Not the whole match, but bits and clips of his matches. I believe he's the guy with the long, dirty blonde hair, with facial hair like I do, right now. And of course, over the years, he has gone through different types of look, but I think I know who you're talking about. Oh, James Storm. Yes, I remember James Storm, the beer money. Yes, 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 yes. James Storm, man, back in the day, back in early TNA Dynamite, back in the early peak of TNA, James Storm. I remember who you James Storm and the other guy. If I would say that if you talk about tag teams of all time outside WWE, James Storm or Beer Money, I would say if you talk about tag teams of all time outside WWE, those Beer Money guys would definitely will be included. Because during the peak TNA era, Beer Money, they did some amazing things. They wrestled Dudley Boys. They wrestled Kazarian and what's that guy's name? Man, I forgot the old TNA Hall of Famers right now. Christopher Daniels, Kazaria, Christopher Daniels, and all those guys, man. Yeah, the early peak TNA was pretty nice. It was fun to watch. Bobby Roode, that's right. James Storm and Bobby Roode. Yeah, Bobby Roode did come to WWE. And his theme song sucked ass. Bobby Roode did grace WWE for a little bit, and they gave him one of the shittiest theme songs. Glorious. That is such a stupid theme song. I hated that theme song. And there was a time WWE were going to push him. They didn't do a good job with Bobby Roode. And there's this saying that Bobby Roode kind of looked like Triple H. I remember when he was in TNA, people intend to talk about like he kind of resembled Triple H in TNA. And I can see why him and Triple H got along, but the end all be all, throughout it all, WWE didn't do a good job with Bobby Roode either. because he did come to WWE for a little bit, and they did not utilize him. They don't know what they didn't know what to do with him. And right now he's no longer with WWE. I don't think so. Once again, anybody that WWE did not create always faces this problem. That's the reason why if guys want to jump ship, they will rather go to AEW or maybe Ring of Honor, where they will have a better chance to utilize their ability and be more creative and do whatever they need to do. So it's not gonna go far because that gimmick they gave him is not really him. You know? That gimmick that WWE gave Bobby Roode, it was the opposite of who he really is. It was opposite of his personality. Of course, he cut his hair, clean cut, clean, everything, but still the theme song kind of messed up the whole thing. That wasn't a good thing. I hated that theme song. I hated that theme song. Anybody who WWE did not create always go through this nonsense. So, yeah, I mean, it was okay and everything, but the gimmick didn't do it for me. The gimmick didn't do it for me. His entrance, that entrance that they gave him is literally the opposite of who he was and the things he did in TNA. The gimmick they gave him is totally different from his gimmick in TNA. With AJ Styles, they kept AJ Styles continued his gimmick and his personality in TNA. When AJ Styles came to WWE, he didn't change. He's still the same AJ Styles, right? Samoa Joe, when he came to WWE, still the same Samoa Joe. Nothing changed. Who else? EC3, they kind of changed his gimmick a little bit. He didn't, WWE never gave him that hyped persona he had from TNA. When he came to WWE, they changed it. They should have left EC3, gave him the same hype, the same persona he had from TNA. The same thing with Bobby Roode, although I can understand why they had to give him a new gimmick. Excuse me. I can understand why they had to give Bobby Roode a new gimmick simply because he did not come to WWE with James Storm, his partner, right? So he came to WWE as a single wrestler, right? So if he's going to be a single wrestler, he will have to adapt a new total gimmick. But the way WWE did it, they didn't do a good job with it. And as you can see, Samoa Joe did better. His WWE run was a little better than Bobby Roode. AJ Styles' WWE run is literally better than Bobby Roode. And EC3 was the worst. EC3 gimmick was the worst in WWE. It was just the worst. Togen Anki episode 3, definitely. Definitely tomorrow or Saturday morning. Definitely Togen Anki episode 3. I will be doing reaction on that on Rumble. So follow me on Rumble. I will be doing reaction on Togen Anki episode 3. So as I was saying, um EC3 was the worst. And of course, now that you mentioned James Storm, I didn't know that he was in NXT. I did not know because I don't really watch NXT like that. I see bits and clips here and there, but I don't really pay attention to NXT. Because why do I say that? Wrestlers do, like, from what I have observed, from what I heard, and doing my research as well, from what I have observed, all the wrestlers that came from NXT, when they come to WWE, which is the main roster, never utilize everything that they were doing in NXT. It looks like NXT is the fun area from what I've heard. It is the better, like, when superstars or WWE superstars go to the main brand, it looks like WWE kind of tosses away what made them who they are. Now they're going to have to do something different. I saw a couple of Roman Reigns matches when he was in NXT. His matches were pretty good. Roman Reigns matches before he became the tribal chief, of course. Roman Reigns matches in NXT. Seth Rollins in NXT. Their matches was great. But when Roman Reigns came to WWE, they snapped or they took away all those things he was doing in NXT, which was the reason why he wasn't really himself, which was the reason why Roman Reigns' early run as a single wrestler was an issue. Because he wasn't adapting to his real self. You know, Vince McMahon tried to make him a good guy. He tried to make him a nice guy, blue collar, blue blazer, trying to turn him into the next John Cena. And the audience knew what was about to happen, and the audience would rather die than to see another John Cena be shoved down their throat for the next 20 years. The audience, the WWE universe, the fans were not gonna have it. So they turned on Roman Reigns, right? His early run as a single wrestler, WWE tried as much as they can to shove it down our throat. The fans saw through that and turned against him. Even when his cousin, The Rock, came to pay homage and also to be there to guide him and to put him over, the audience booed The Rock. And from what I heard that night, The Rock did not like the fact that the fans booed his ass that night. So after that, thanks for when the COVID happened, when Roman Reigns came back and everything, I'm so glad. I am so glad things turned around for Roman Reigns. Because if he had kept that early single wrestler run, it would have killed his career. It would have destroyed his career. Because the WWE fans would rather die than to have another John Cena be shoved down their throat for another 20, 25 years. They were not going to have it. So when Roman Reigns turned heel, that became the best thing, the best call WWE ever made in terms of Roman Reigns. It was a great call to have him turn heel, to let him lose, for him to embrace what has already, to have him embrace himself, to have him embrace who he truly is and the talent that has been there hidden this whole time. You know what I mean? Babyface Roman Reigns sucked. And as you can see, when he came back, this past Monday night. When Roman Reigns came back this past Monday night, you could see the arena erupted. I remember vividly when The Rock came back. I believe it was early 2000 after shooting The Mummy. When he came back, the arena shattered into pieces when the Great One came back, and it was during the time when WCW and WWF were in collusion, right? And at that time, nobody knows if The Rock is going to side with the Alliance, if The Rock is going to side with WWF. If I recall, the Great One's return during that time, it was epic because nobody knows what he's going to do next, who he's going to align with. Is he going to align with the Alliance or WWF? And when his music hit, oh man, I remember that Monday Night Raw show. The arena erupted, right? So when Roman Reigns came back this past Monday Night Raw, it had the same, and I felt the same energy, right? Now, if he has been a babyface, if they never turned him heel, I don't think he would have gotten that reaction. He would not have gotten that reaction. So kudos for turning Roman Reigns heel when he needed to happen. Kudos for that. They did a very good job turning him heel. Definitely, we will definitely see John Cena tomorrow. Make no mistake about that. Remember, his feud with Cody Rhodes will continue. I'm not sure now because now that Hulk Hogan is gone, actually, now that Hulk Hogan is gone, WWE, they will obviously have their top talents talk about Hulk Hogan, you know? WWE are definitely going to have their top talents, even some Hall of Famers, have them sit down and give their perspective on the Hulkmania. And John Cena will be one of them, right? John Cena will be one of them. So we'll definitely see John Cena tomorrow, that's for sure. Yeah, The Rock was looking crazy in the face. He did not like the fact that the fans booed him. They booed his ass, man. They did not care if it was The Rock trying to put Roman Reigns over at the time. Yeah, what video are you referring to? A video DBZ related video? Yeah, let me know. What is it about? Is it a new video game on Dragon Ball Z or is it a new trailer or something? Okay. Let me know the new scene and what it's about, and I will look it up. Do you have the link? Yeah, give me the link. What is the link of it? Dragon Ball X Noverse 2 opening cutscene. Let me look that up real quick. Opening cutscenes. All right. Let's check it out.
This is the last time I gaze upon this planet.
It's up to me. I will change the future!
Nice. Ooh. Wait, I'm going to address this. I'm going to address what I'm watching here because
Why in the hell are you attacking us?
I'm sure this is canon.
Legendary Super Saiyan has shown up. How very unsavory.
He was getting visions. He was seeing the future.
This will change everything.
I'll show you some beautiful fire.
Bardock was seeing the future. I hate that laugh, man. This motherfucker. This stupid, this wicked Freezer, man. That laugh, yo. Talos. Wait, who is this? Who is this guy in mask? Okay, let me address this scene real quick. Now, this is totally different from what was shown in Dragon Ball Z. You know, even the story of Bardock, I don't think this was explained, like this part was explained. And of course, Bardock did have some talent. He does have an ability to foresee the future. But if I recall correctly, it was not elaborated. It was not diversified the way they diversified it. They simplified it. They made it better here. right? So let's go through this once again. So as he was fighting, as he went after Frieza and he was fighting Frieza forces, he could see the future. So as they punched him, right? And remember how Bardock obtained this ability was during the time Frieza sent them on a mission. They ran into a civilization, an alien civilization that Bardock killed. Like I believe that civilization has a psychic ability, and those civilization has the ability to foresee future. They're able to see the future, and one of them did something to Bardock and told him, as we are able to foresee our future, you as well will see your future or whatever. So after that encounter with that alien, Bardock gained this ability. And when they punched him, that ability, that gift, that alien individual gave Bardock, I think it should be a gift, but the alien said to you, Bardock, it's going to be a curse or something like that. It's been a long time, guys, so don't quote everything that I'm saying on this part, but it's kind of within that sentence. So as he got punched, he sees his son and sees his son, and he knows that's his son. He sees his son facing Frieza head to head. He was able to foresee the future of his son.
Why in the hell are you attacking us?
So the legendary Super Saiyan has shown up. How very unsavory.
And then again, wow, this time Bardock is able to foresee Dragon Ball Super, Revival of F. He's able to foresee Frieza, the golden form Frieza, once again. And he looks around and he sees his son, Goku's Super Saiyan Blue. You know, Goku Super Saiyan Blue. And in his head, he's like, what the hell is going on? Why am I seeing things? Is this the future? And it made sense now. When he was dying, I don't think they elaborated that last word from Bardock. He did say, my son lives on, if you guys remember. I think on this scene, I don't think he said anything. He's able to foresee Golden Frieza and Super Saiyan, and he sees them clash.
This will change everything.
But my question is, if Bardock was able to see into the future like this, why did he continue to fight Frieza? This brings an interesting question. If Bardock is able to see his son Goku or Kakarot taking on Frieza, didn't he know that his attack, his power level will not be enough to cut Frieza down? You know? If Bardock knew that his final attack will not work on Frieza, why did he persist? Why did he push forward to take on Frieza, knowing that he's not strong enough to take on Frieza? That brings an interesting question, because you would think that Bardock being able to see into the future, sees Frieza taking on his son, and sees his son in blue form, and he felt their energy, how strong Goku will be, and how strong he will be in the future with Super Saiyan Blue, and how strong Frieza really is. Why didn't he back down? I guess one of my take will be is that at this point, Bardock can see that his time has come to an end, and he knows that Frieza is about to blow up planet Vegeta, and he believes that if I'm going to die, I'm gonna die with a bang. I'm gonna go down fighting, because at this point, Frieza has killed his men, right? His men were killed courtesy of Frieza by ordering for his men to be killed even after they just finished their mission that Frieza told them to do. Right? They were his men were killed right after they finished their mission. So at this point, he knows that there is no going back, and he can feel that Frieza is about to blow up planet Vegeta. So he thought about it, and I think he believes that if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die fighting. And yes, and he believes that since the other Saiyans were too afraid to take on Frieza, to attack all at once, he believed that this slavery thing, I would rather die and be a free man than to be alive and become Frieza's minion or Frieza's foothold. You know that saying that I would rather die fighting than to live on and be a slave, or than to live on and be in bondage, and than to live on and get condescended, get called monkey, get made fun of. I believe that Bardock at this point has come to a conclusion that we will either die fighting, or we will continue to be a slave for Frieza. So that was why he's like, you know what? Enough is enough.
I'll show you some beauty violence.
Because normally he would stop knowing that he's not strong enough to take on Frieza, but he continued to fight him. You see, on Dragon Ball Z, around this point, this particular point, Bardock did say, "My son lives on," if you guys remember. But right here, they did not, that didn't happen. He just died. Right? Bardock said, "My son lives on." And then that laugh. I hate this guy, man. I hate this guy, but I do respect his villain persona. I respect Frieza's villain persona, but I hate his guts. I hate this guy. And I think what they did a good job here with the laugh, and on Dragon Ball Z they did a good job narrating Frieza's laugh as well, because his laugh was even more condescending. And then we get the other villains, Talus, and this other guy. Now, there is another video here that I can see, secret alternative ending. Secret alternative ending. Oh, this one is long. This one is longer.
Oh, good.
You're definitely right, Swag. I have not seen a villain that has surpassed Frieza in terms of persona, character, and everything. I haven't seen a villain who is better than Frieza when it comes to being a true villain. And I've said this many times. The only one that I can say is Aku from Samurai Jack. Aku was a true villain, just like Frieza is a true villain.
You're both here.
Bardock dragged Mira into the time rift and something happened.
I'd like to show both of you just exactly what had happened. Show us. But what could possibly have happened?
It's easier if I just show you. Here, look.
What the?
Bardock?
Wait, that's Bardock.
I can't shake him off. How is he so strong? Don't! How can someone so weak overpower me? How dare you make a fool of me? This time, it's not about the Saiyans. Even my son, Kakarot. I'm here for payback! Never underestimate a Saiyan's power!
Man, Bardock is a badass, man.
Get ready! How could I?
This is Bardock versus Mira. He just kidnapped this guy. He just hijacked him.
I had no idea you were so powerful. Defeating you will be proof of my strength.
I'm just gonna go to the cutscene.
There's nobody around to get my way.
I want to see the cutscene of this fight, like the final defeat of him.
You'll regret having made me stronger. I'll beat you with the very strength I got.
I don't think he has a final cutscene or something. Let's check this one out.
You're trying to change the future, is that right? Well, allow me to help you do that.
Who are you? You don't honestly think I'm gonna trust some random guy? Beat it, kid.
I don't think you're in a position to turn down help. Look at you. You should accept my offer now, rather than later. Take a look. So, what do you think?
If that's the best you can offer, then consider me unimpressed.
No way! I'll show you what I can really do. Just you wait.
So it was you all along.
Wait, what the hell is going on here?
This event's in the book of the beginning and end. That means you're not supposed to be here, right?
I'm aware of the rule against getting involved in events occurring in one's own timeline. The Supreme Kai of Time made that rule to prevent someone else from making a mistake. Like the one I've made in the past, for example. But I'm a different person now. I'm a time patroller. It's my job to see that history plays out the way it should.
Time for a break too. You should just give up and become my guinea pig like Roy.
This is all because of me. I had to count.
Good with the big cheese.
Kakarot.
Bardock, it's time to change the future together.
predictable.
Oh, Frieza went to his fourth form right away. Ooh!
Is that all? Nope. Just a little for good measure.
Wait, he's helping Bardock fight Frieza.
You're going down, Frieza.
Wait! I make the highest ranking commander of the Frieza Falls! We'll rule together!
This will change everything. You're dead!
Super Saiyan.
To insignificant inferior
Anyway, guys, that's a good watch. It's a good watch. And Dragon Ball has some great memories, some great cutting edge history and memories and good emotional scenes and all these things, Shout out to Dragon Ball, man. W to Dragon Ball. Yeah, it looks like that's what happened because Frieza could feel that this is bad, that like he's in a bad situation, and he skipped his 2 or 3 previous forms or his 3 early forms and jumped right into his 4th form. But it wasn't enough. W Dragon Ball, man. So let's look at the vote. Let's see what the audience is voting. The audience votes that Attack on Titan is part of old gen anime. Hopefully they are not trolling me here. Now, as long as they are not trolling, I think that Attack on Titan should be classified as an old gen anime. Because this debate, old gen, new gen, old gen, I wanted to know. And definitely Full Metal Alchemist is an old gen anime, not new gen. Definitely not new gen. New gen anime, for me, new gen anime is Jujutsu Kaisen, One Punch Man, Solo Leveling, Demon Slayer, Black Clover, yeah, those should be considered as new gen anime. I don't even think that My Hero Academia is new gen anime. I don't even consider that a new gen anime. The game is basically about revisiting Dragon Ball moments and rewriting history. Yeah, Sword Art Online. I watched Sword Art Online the first season. The second season, it didn't do it for me, And I think it could be simply because Sword Art Online is an isekai anime, right? So I watched the first season, the second season didn't do it for me, so I stopped. But for people that love Sword Art Online, kudos to you. It's not just my thing. There is this debate that I saw. There's this debate that I saw. Yes, I've seen One Punch Man too. If Bardock and King Vegeta goes into hyperbolic time chamber to train, who do you guys think will be stronger? If Bardock and King Vegeta goes into hyperbolic time chamber, who do y'all think will come out stronger? Will it be Bardock or will it be King Vegeta? Let me put that in. Let me put that as a poll. I'm gonna run it as a poll. Y'all can let me know. So the current poll is doing great. 12 people voted, and 75% of you guys said that Attack on Titan is old gen anime, not a new gen. So I'm going to close end the poll now, and I'm gonna start a new one. If Bardock and King Vegeta trains in hyperbolic time chamber, who will be stronger? Who do you guys think will be stronger? If Bardock and King Vegeta trains in the hyperbolic time chamber, let's just say that for some particular reason, these two are wished back, right? They come back, and upon their arrival, they can notice real quick that their sons has surpassed the legendary Super Saiyan history, or the legendary Super Saiyan story, or the legendary Super Saiyan myth that the Saiyans has gone on, that has given them, motivated them, hoping that a Super Saiyan will be born that will challenge Frieza. They will realize real quick that Super Saiyan is nothing now. Even the kids, the grandchildren can go into Super Saiyan. So if these two are put into the hyperbolic time chamber to train, right? Based on what we know on Bardock, based on what we know on Vegeta, who do y'all think is gonna come out stronger? Will it be Bardock or will it be Vegeta? I'm gonna give you what I think on Bardock and what I think on Vegeta. The reason why I think Vegeta, King Vegeta, might come out stronger than Bardock is simply because he is the king of planet Vegeta. That means you cannot be a king of such a race and you have a low power level. If you all know what I'm trying to say, right? King Vegeta's power level must be stronger than every other warrior that are under him, under his leadership, right? Which is one of the reasons why he had a big issue that Broly is so strong at a young age that if this kind of power is not controlled, it will overrule, it will overthrow, it will unbalance the dynamic, not just his rulership, but at the same time his son, his young son future. It's going to make things difficult because normally in the Saiyans society, the strong rules, power is everything, right? So knowing that King Vegeta is probably the strongest out of his race during the time, I think he might have an edge because naturally he is King Vegeta and their royal bloodline is not like a low-class warrior like Bardock. Bardock is a low-class warrior, right? So when it comes to the echelon between Bardock and King Vegeta's bloodline, they are royalty, right? And royal blood, normally in the society of things, in the traditional way of things, the royal blood intends to be looked at as something that is blessed, something that is it's looked at as something that is blessed, something that is better than a low class citizen. You know what I mean? And not just that, but naturally the royalty intends to be stronger than the people that they rule, than the lower class. You know, of course, once in a while you may have someone from the lower class intend to be super strong once in a while. So being given these attributes, I think King Vegeta may be stronger, may come out stronger than Bardock. Now, Bardock, on the other hand, even though he may be a low-class warrior, right? I'm saying what I'm going to say based on how much I have seen Goku develop, how much resourceful Goku can be, right? Goku is very resourceful, and I'm sure his father is the same because Goku got it from somewhere. You know, Goku's ability to, but let's not mistake that Goku has to go through so much training, go to King Kai's planet, train with King Kai, and on top of that, he could not really beat Vegeta hand to hand. Like, you know what I mean? Goku had to go through so much training in order to come close to fight toe-to-toe with Vegeta when Vegeta came to planet Earth for the first time, right? So which can also be used to depict the high class, like the class between Goku and Vegeta, right? The power levels. Because when Vegeta came to planet Earth, he was stronger than Goku. We know this. Goku was only able to overpower Vegeta based on his resourcefulness. And I believe that is where Goku will always have an edge over Vegeta. Vegeta can naturally get stronger, right? Vegeta naturally is stronger than Goku, but based on the fact that Goku is very resourceful, that's what gives Goku the edge, or that's what helps Goku. That's what kind of covers the gap that Vegeta can easily naturally give Goku. So I see the same thing happening between Bardock and King Vegeta, right? During the time this war was going on, during the early Dragon Ball Z era, or during the what happened to the Saiyans planet, right? Vegeta was stronger than Bardock, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, please let me know, right? Bardock was considered as a low-class warrior. King Vegeta is royalty, and I'm sure he was probably stronger than Bardock. So in a scenario where these two go into the hyperbolic time chamber to train, I can foresee King Vegeta coming out really strong. But the thing is, Bardock is very resourceful because we see Goku being resourceful, and Goku didn't get it from anybody but from his father. And knowing the fact that before Bardock died, Bardock has the ability to foresee the future. So if Bardock has the ability to foresee the future, he will know what to do in order to train himself hard enough, strong enough to cover the gap King Vegeta would give him. Does this make sense? If I'm not making sense, please let me know on the chat. Let me read the chat real quick. Now, people are saying Bardock will definitely be stronger than King Vegeta. Well, I mean, you know, I'm not gonna go against that. I can understand definitely why Bardock will probably be stronger than Vegeta if they both train in hyperbolic time chamber. So Swag said that King Vegeta is already stronger than Bardock. Bardock is considered a low-class warrior that is somehow stronger than some of Frieza's elite soldiers. That is what Zarbon and Dodoria said. Bardock's group can go against some of their strongest elite, and if they transform into the Great Ape, Zarbon and Dodoria will not stand a chance, which is true, but we're eliminating, okay? We are eliminating the Great Ape. Let's just say that these two will not go Great Ape versus Great Ape here. Let's eliminate the Great Ape, excluding the Great Ape, right? Because if Vegeta knew that Goku can turn into Great Ape as well, Vegeta will not resort to that. The only reason why Vegeta, when he fought Goku, resorted to Great Ape is simply because he saw that Goku doesn't have his tail. And as well, Vegeta knows that Goku have not been in Great Ape long enough to get used to the Great Ape or Zoro transformation. Because unlike Goku, when Goku went into the Great Ape transformation, he killed his master, his grandfather Gohan, because his humanity wasn't there. He was just a wild ape. But when Vegeta goes Great Ape, his humanity, he is still there. He can control it. So Vegeta has an edge over Goku if they go Great Ape to Great Ape. So like Bardock and King Vegeta, if Bardock go through Great Ape, Vegeta as well will go into Great Ape. And these two can control their Great Ape. So let's exclude them going into Great Ape, because both of them will just destroy the planet. You know, they will destroy the planet if they both go Great Ape. They will just fight in space, right? So let's exclude Great Ape. Let's just say that these two comes out of the hyperbolic time chamber and they fight. Just straight up fight. Now, I will give Bardock a little bit of an edge here. I will give him a little bit of an edge simply because while King Vegeta is busy governing Saiyans planet, right? Bardock is out there fighting over and over and over again. While King Vegeta is busy governing, protecting his people, going through meetings, working with the senators and the high-class Saiyans, the royal bloods echelon, having all these meetings and all these councils, doing the governing shit. You know what I mean? While he's busy doing that, Bardock, on the other hand, is on the ground, on the battlefield, fighting, gaining experience, right? Now, I won't say that will be the totality of why Bardock will win, because make no mistake about it, even though King Vegeta is busy governing, we will not say that he's not training himself, because he knows what time it is to lead a race like Saiyans, a battle warrior Saiyans. You gotta be on par, because if you don't train, you will be left behind, right? So even though Bardock will have the time to be on the ground, fighting, battling, battle scars, battle experience, and King Vegeta is busy governing his people, make no mistake about it. He's a king. He knows what time it is. He knows that in order to lead my people, I have to be in par. If not, I have to train, right? And the kind of training King Vegeta will acquire will not be the same experience Bardock will acquire, right? Let me say this again. The kind of experience or the kind of training King Vegeta will go through will not be the same kind of training Bardock will go through. So both of them will be coming into this battle with different type of battle experience. Now, with that being said, it doesn't mean that Vegeta or King Vegeta doesn't engage in a battle. Of course, he engages in a battle, because there was this scene where King Vegeta and Vegeta, his son, went on a mission, and his father showed him how Saiyans dominate their opponents, and that scene was not a happy scene. Although the Saiyans, because they were thriving, because they were winning, they had a smile on their face, evil smile on their face. It wasn't a good sighting, because what they were doing to other people who are weaker than them, it was not a good sighting. It was a bad, evil sighting. So his father showed Vegeta, King Vegeta showed Vegeta how they conquer planets for Frieza and what they do, right? If they see that they can't win, they turn into Great Ape and dominate everything and just destroy everybody, right? So it's going to be an interesting concept. I believe that Bardock has, he is resourceful. He has something going for him that will cover the gap King Vegeta will give him, because naturally King Vegeta will definitely be stronger than Bardock, because he's royalty. He's a royal blood, and royalty intend to be stronger than, based on what we know about Vegeta's blood, right? And Vegeta before he died, or King Vegeta before he died, is stronger than Bardock. But Bardock is resourceful. So it's kind of the same situation with Goku and Vegeta. Naturally, Vegeta is stronger than Goku, naturally. The only thing that is going for Goku is the fact that Goku is resourceful, and that resourcefulness will always play on the battlefield. It will always play a key factor on the battlefield, whether we like it or not, because being resourceful is a great attribute to have on a battlefield. So I will see the same thing that has been happening between Goku and Vegeta. I think it will be the same thing that will happen between Bardock versus King Vegeta. But naturally, King Vegeta will be stronger than Bardock. That's what I'm saying. Restrioka. What? Thanks for coming to the live chat. Yes, I do believe what you said. If Vegeta knew that Goku's body is falling apart by using the Kaioken, he wouldn't go to that extent transforming into the Great Ape. Vegeta did it out of desperation and also knowing that that will be his trump card at this point. He knew that that would be his trump card. And he knew Goku can't transform. And even if Goku was able to transform, Vegeta will definitely destroy him because Goku cannot maintain his humanity when he transforms. Right? He's gonna be going wild, and Vegeta will definitely clap him or clip him at that point. And again, you see what you just said, Swag, the Kaioken ability. Because if it wasn't for that Kaioken, this is the reason why I said that Vegeta or King Vegeta will naturally be stronger than Bardock. I know 100% of you guys, most of you guys said it's Bardock, but naturally, if it's not for that Kaioken that Goku was able to acquire, if it wasn't for Kaioken, Vegeta would have beaten Goku hands down, right? Vegeta battle experience would have overshadowed Goku battle experience and his strength as well. That Kaioken ability was the only trump card that Goku had temporarily. And you're right, if Vegeta knew that Goku could not maintain that for a long period of time, Vegeta would have waited until the Kaioken after effect or side effect kicks in. And once that happens, Goku will have nothing else to do but to lie there and get an ass whooping from Vegeta. You know what I mean? So, yeah. If it wasn't for the Kaioken, Goku would not have beaten Vegeta. So, in a situation where hyperbolic time chamber, Bardock trains, comes out, King Vegeta trains, comes out, I think King Vegeta will win the fight. Because if Bardock doesn't have a Kaioken to help him out, I don't know. Of course, if these two trains, they would definitely reach Super Saiyan level, maybe beyond that. I can foresee King Vegeta being stronger than Bardock if they train in the hyperbolic time chamber and comes out. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, that Kaioken was the only thing that topped it. That Kaioken was the only thing Goku had going for him. If it wasn't for that Kaioken, Goku would have nothing, like Goku wouldn't know what to do. He would have lost to Vegeta. So that's why I don't want us to make a mistake here to think that if King Vegeta and Bardock trains separately in the hyperbolic time chamber, I think that Vegeta, King Vegeta, will be stronger than Bardock. That's my take. Because naturally, the royalty blood normally will succeed, because before King Vegeta died, I believe he was the strongest because he's the king, right? Bardock is more of a low class warrior. Now, nothing can be taken away from Bardock. He is a great warrior, but based on his class level. And if you remember, during the time Vegeta came to planet Earth the first time, and the way this was emphasized, you could literally tell. Even Nappa said, "You are nothing but a low class warrior." You are nothing but a low class warrior. How are you this strong? And Vegeta did through a tantrum that his royal blood was spilled. I think what that was one of the things that angered Vegeta so much that he wanted to blow up planet Earth. He wanted to use his Gallic gun to blow up planet Earth because he saw his royal blood was spilled. So based on their class, Bardock will lose the fight against King Vegeta. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. That's another great key point that you just mentioned. Without all these guys fighting Vegeta all at the same time, without Gohan, Yajirobe, Krillin, Goku, right? And let's not forget Korin, the little cat that lives close to Kami, because he was one that cultivated the sensu beans that Goku brought and gave it to Krillin and Gohan that helped them to edify their involvement on the fight. Let's not forget Korin, the one who cultivates the sensu beans. He also had a hand in this. Because if it wasn't for that sensu beans that Goku gave Krillin and Gohan, which helped their involvement in the fight, Goku would have lost that fight. Goku didn't beat Vegeta on that fight. We all know this. Vegeta won that fight fair and square. Vegeta beat Goku on that fight. Even though all this interference came by. So, based on that first outcome, I can say that King Vegeta will beat Bardock in a fight. Vegeta, or King Vegeta would have beaten Bardock in a fight. That's all I'm saying. I know I can foresee Goku fans right now. I can foresee people saying, "Yo, what are you talking about, man? It's Goku." Goku would have eventually found a way to beat Vegeta. Or, nah, 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 nah. And I can see people saying, well, if Goku is resourceful, Bardock will be resourceful too, and he will definitely find a way to beat King Vegeta. You know? Yeah, a final flash and a Kamehameha beam would have been a class. Yeah. Yeah, I guess they used a Gallic gun. I don't know why, but I guess it made sense at the time. Now, I'm looking up to see what Goku would say. I'm looking up this fight to see what Goku would say. AI. And it says, in a hypothetical fight between King Vegeta and Bardock, King Vegeta would likely be the victor. This says, I'm not making this up. I'm going to show y'all right now. I'm not making this up. I'm going to show you, in a hypothetical fight between King Vegeta and Bardock, King Vegeta would likely be the victor. While both Saiyans were elite and powerful warriors, King Vegeta was the established ruler and a higher base power level. Although Bardock gained strength through Zenkai boosts after near-death experience, King Vegeta's status and potential power level advantage would likely give him the edge. So even Google AI believes me that in a fight between those two, King Vegeta would win. And this video shows a hypothetical fight between King Vegeta and Bardock with a focus on their power levels and ability. Where is the video? Oh, here's a video that kind of narrates what I'm saying. Let's see what happens here.
What is up, everybody? It is me, Gunspot, and we are battle. If you're watching this video and you like what this time we are doing Bardock versus King Vegeta, Goku's dad versus Vegeta's dad. Let's see which one of them is stronger. And this time we're going to play on a nighttime stage so that both of them have the opportunity to go grade 8. Okay, so the grade 8 transformation 2 is interesting because Bardock has unlocked the ability of the legendary Super Saiyan, and he could whip that out at any time, which could give him the edge over King Vegeta. But Vegeta is coming out strong in the beginning here. They're going to go all... King Vegeta is loving his super attacks, and honestly, I'm loving it too. That exchange. And they're going to go in for a fist clash. It's pronounced. I've never heard it said out loud. He's going for another one, which this one King Vegeta is going to dodge. Bardock dropped it. But King Vegeta manages to dodge at the last second, and he goes full power himself. And now they're going for another fist clash. It is still super close, and Bardock is going to take that and howl. But King Vegeta is going for the Orbital Blaster. It doesn't work on Giants. This could be the end of King Vegeta. Bardock is going in with another full power there. He didn't think he had to go. Wow. I mean, I think King...
No. This fight is stupid.
Bardock versus King Vegeta, or Goku's dad versus Vegeta's dad, tends to be one of those subjects that everyone has thought about probably once or twice, and then they'll just generally say, well, they're probably about relative, but Bardock is special, when he goes Super Saiyan should be stronger, right? That's what most people say, and I don't blame people for saying that. I mean, I think that is true, that Bardock in the special, he goes Super Saiyan, King Vegeta doesn't, case closed. And obviously, let's be honest, that fan-made Super Saiyan Bardock special, probably not so genuine or canon, and things have changed. Even looking back then, the arguments were a bit archaic, but to go over them briefly, it looks a little like this. Bardock goes to planet Kanasa, he wipes it out as an Uzaru with his team, one of the Kanasans survive, and actually puts the moves or could kind of take out Bardock and give him future sight. Now, these Kanasans are able to damage Uzaru Shugesh, who may have a power level anywhere from 20,000 through 40,000, depending on how strong you think he is. Dragon Ball Cardass seems to imply it's over 2,000. So, these Kanasans are kind of heavy hitters, realistically. And in the old specials, it was implied that this is one of the reasons that Frieza's army is like, what? A Saiyan team wiped out them? Like, these guys that can damage a 20,000 power level Uzaru. So after Bardock gets sort of manhandled by probably one of the stronger ones that survives an Uzaru blast from who knows how strong these Uzarus are, especially Bardock's probably 80,000 or higher, he knocks out Bardock and then he gets blasted and dies. But when Bardock revives, then the Saiyans are like, okay, well, he's approaching on a power level of 10,000, and one day he'll surpass the king. Now, the dubism said that he's at the king's level or he surpassed the king. However, the original just says he may even surpass the king one day. Or it's implying he's like, if he keeps growing, he may surpass King Vegeta. And then this eventual growth is what leads to Frieza just eventually destroying the planet. Also, it leads to Frieza sort of disposing of Bardock with Team Dodorio. And then after that, Bardock arguably only gets more powerful from the Kanasa knockout session. So the only thing we have to go off of back then was just that King Vegeta is stronger than Bardock. Now, you might be able to argue maybe a Zenkai came around, but other than that, not so much. Now, with Dragon Ball Super, we get to the point where Bardock gets like an instinct-type power-up. And I go over this in my How Strong is Goku's Dad video, where basically Bardock surpasses what realistically Saiyans are supposed to be capable of, in the opinion of Gas. Now, Gas is...
Okay, I think this is a spoiler. This is about Dragon Ball Super manga, which I don't read. So I don't want to know anything about this one now. I'm going to stop it here. So, or let me skip it. Hold on.
At least encroaching on a Ginyu Force tier of strength. But even if you want to say that he's very high up there, and a possibly high power level for a Saiyan is realistically probably 30 through 40,000. No one would ever anticipate that level from a Saiyan. Jason Berger thought Vegeta going 30,000 or almost encroaching on the 30,000 was like really impossible. And then it's only when Jace hears 60,000 from Captain Ginyu, he's like, no Saiyan has ever come near that level. That's not possible. And Captain Ginyu's like, he must be a mutant to reach 60,000. So Saiyans reaching power levels of 40,000 is probably the peak of their ability. 30,000 is probably peak Saiyan strength that made Burger crap himself. Now, originally in the manga it stated 20,000 and rising, but obviously this was...
So I'm not gonna play all these. I'm not gonna play this video all the way. All we need to know is that the guy normally has stated it. King Vegeta definitely stronger than Bardock. That alone is going to give him an edge. If these two go into the hyperbolic time chamber and come out, you know, King Vegeta will be stronger than Bardock naturally. Now, unless Bardock happens to find something else or a trump card that could maybe potentially cover the gap that King Vegeta is going to give him, I don't think so. But naturally, Vegeta is stronger than Goku. Naturally. It's just that Goku, due to the Kaioken and Goku being resourceful, is able to help him, you know, between their power struggle. That's why Goku has always somehow, some way came one step closer, or has been always one step ahead of Vegeta. But that gap is slowly closing, because from what I'm hearing, all right, from what I'm hearing from Dragon Ball Super, Vegeta is going to gain Ultra Ego. And how powerful would that form be? I'm looking forward to it. How stronger would that power be against Ultra Instincts? I guess I'm gonna look for, we're gonna look forward to see in the near future when Dragon Ball Super comes back. Now, Swag, you mentioned about Goku versus One Punch Man. It's a fan animation. And you said it's 40 minutes long. That's a long video, man. Oh, wow. Okay. $40 minutes, huh?
オラたちも修行して待ってんかな。おめえはオラには勝てねえ。戦わなくてもわかる。おめえらもずいぶん強いけど、オラたちの勝ちだ。
怪しいことだ。叶えられる願いはない。
どちら様で？
内田一族の血を引いた最後の男だ。闇の中にしかない。
お前、思いっきり攻めた格好してるけど、本当にニヤニヤローンの社長なのか？
Now, before I continue this video, is this going to be copyrighted? If it is a fan-made animation, is there going to be an issue of me playing this video? Is this going to be an issue? Because if it's going to be an issue, if I'm going to get a copyright, I'm going to stop this video right now, you know, because I don't want to get a copyright. So let me know, guys. Is this a go? Is it okay? All right. Maybe I should do a separate reaction on this if other reactors has done it. Right, here we go.
兄貴は自分を殺させるための復讐者という存在として俺を選んだんだ。
ぶっちゃけお前サイボーグだから、俺は今25だけど、若いな。お前ならすぐに俺を超えるだろ。
こいつはもっとチビの頃からみんなと同じように戦っていたじゃねえか。まあ、仕方ねえか。あとはオラに任せてくれ。
Oh boy. There's been a lot of debate on these two. There's been a lot of debate who would win in a fight, I guess.
たった1日で1年分の修行ができる部屋が神様んちの神殿にあんだ。
変わってんな。
おめえはオラには勝てねえ。戦わなくてもわかる。
That is so like Goku. Let's fight without holding back. That is so Goku right there.
オラにゃ鼻くそをほじる力。こいつはったりじゃねえ。おめえは綺麗だが。
Caption. Ui!
尻尾だ。 にも尻尾がある。あいつ精神と時の部屋から出たみてえだぞ。
I've always wondered how. I've always wondered a fight between these two, how that fight will go. I have always wondered, man. How will a fight between these two go? They will destroy the whole planet. What?
なんだと。早速やってみる。ちょっと静かにしてくれ。こりゃ本気でいかねえとやべえぞ。
Saitama barely. Damn, he went with his head. His bald-headed freak of nature. How long is this video again? 42 minutes.
晩飯何にしようかな。
瞬間移動ってやつだ。
Super Saiyan Blue.
よく行くスーパーは潰れたら。
For Saitama to say what he just said, it looks like he's not feeling. He doesn't feel how strong Goku has gotten. He doesn't feel Goku's ki. Because he was just nonchalant about it. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Your turn, Saitama. How will you respond against Super Saiyan?
マジで来やがった。俺がなりたかったヒーローと違う気が。
チビたちのフュージョンした気が感じられねえ。
Saitama is excited.
マジンステージ。
Damn! The animation thus far, it looks pretty on point. Ooh! You broke through. You broke through the You broke through the Kamehameha room. And if you guys notice, Goku almost went Ultra Instincts. Come on, what did the poor fish do to you guys, man? Leave the poor fish alone. Whoa. It looks like at this point it is standoff.
なんだかワクワクしてきやがった。
It is standoff at this point.
あの時からずっとスーパーサイヤ人の壁を越えていたんだ。
雑巾首。
Look at Saitama's face. Look at Saitama's face. He looks so confused. It looks like he doesn't feel ki energy. That's why he feels like that. Otherwise, he should be shocked the change that is going on with Goku. Saitama doesn't feel God energy. That's why ooh, Kaioken. Again, he looks confused. He doesn't feel ki energy or God energy. That's why, I guess. He gets a phone call. Oh, Genius calls Saitama while he's fighting.
ヒーロー試験にしちゃ簡単すぎるよな。
ほら、そうだった。
顔は潰されてるし、ニックネームのようなものでしょ。俺の口に剣を突っ込んでまで連れてきたのは、そんな無駄なことを聞かせるためか。
Are you kidding me? This guy is answering a phone call. This guy has a time to answer phone calls.
おっさんもヒーローなんだな。
数値とかデータで提出できると思うんだけど、新人潰しに永久1位が出向いてくる。
He is so oblivious to Goku's transformation. Whee! Where's the volume? Now the volume went away, guys. The volume went away. It's not coming from me. It's coming from the video. He's still answering his phone. Hold on, what? Okay. I just wanted to make sure if it's gonna be like this for the whole video. I'll call you back. Energy key. Yeah. I guess at this point they are really going at it now. The animation is not that bad, ladies and gentlemen. The animation isn't bad at all. Goku's animation and body structure is on point, and so is Saitama's body structure. Now, guys, the audio is not coming from me, it's coming from the video itself. So, but it'll be right back soon enough. Oh.
スピードだ。まったく何も見えなかった。髪の毛を20倍にまでなんとか引き上げるしかねえか。
すごい。なんなんだお前ら。
Ooh. You gotta take these fists. You are going to get these fists. You notice that Goku has not punched any blood out of Saitama. Do y'all notice that? Goku has not punched a drop of blood out of Saitama, but Saitama has punched blood out of Goku a couple of times, and Goku is bleeding.
変わってんなお前。俺がなりたかったヒーローと違う気が。
I know the fight is not over now, huh? The video is 42 goddamn minutes. Fight ain't over.
知らねえよ。残念だったな。俺に同じ手は二度聞かねえんだ。
隣行くか。マジで来やがった。こんなに手応えありそうな怪人は久しぶりだ。
確かにおめえのレベルはさらに上がったかもしんねえけどな。でもオラだってもっと強くなったって思わねえか。俺が守る。
Oh shit!
俺は今25だけど、俺は強くなりすぎた。若いな。お前ならすぐに俺を超える。
Saitama said, "Screw you! You're going down again. Stay down, buddy. Stay down."
少子化時代にガキを殺すなんて見過ごせん。おう。
There we go. He got up again. Woo! Here he comes with it. Here he comes. Here he comes. Autonomous instincts. The autonomous instincts. Finally, blood. This is a diluted version of Ultra Instinct. This is not the mastered Ultra Instincts. This is not the full mastered version of it.
Hi everyone. As you probably know, I have always worked alone since I started animation. Today, I would like to develop more and get help to continue to offer you quality work. I already have a person who would be interested in working with me.
Let's go back a little bit. Now guys, before I continue this video, please give me a moment. Let me pee. I need to ease myself a little bit, okay? I'll be back. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Stay where you are. Don't take it. Don't move. Do not move a muscle. I will be back. Hey guys, let's continue. Saitama felt that punch. He screamed. He punched Goku's blast away. Sui! Took him off his feet. Ooh. Oi! Thought Goku will stop him with his elbow like he did in Dragon Ball Z a couple of times against Nappa and Ginyu Force. I thought he was going to use his elbow and, you know. It looks like this fight has gotten to a point where we're going to really see what these two are made out of. Saitama just realized that this is not a fight that I'm used to. Remember guys, this is not full autonomous instance. Okay. All right. Saitama is now having doubts. How can I defeat an opponent that I cannot touch? He's having doubts now. Ooh. Ooh. Sweet. Oh man. Saitama is getting it now. He's getting his ass whooped. Whee! Oh, he blocked it. He blocked it. He blocked it. Yo. Yo. Well, I'm glad that Saitama is asking himself questions now. This is not the kind of fight that he's used to. You know, guys, like it or not, this is a part that we have not seen yet in One Punch Man. Like it or not, this is a side of Saitama we have not experienced in the anime yet. He just gave Goku a devastating headbutt.
してる時にあったことが。
お客さんだぞ。
Did he just fart it? Did he just fart it? He just farted on his way going after Goku.
おめえはよ、自分の強さに自信がありすぎるんだ。そのせいで好きだらけなんだよ。
半年しないってことは明日かもしれないしどうかもしれないな。俺は趣味でヒーローをやってるものだが、一身上の都合によりお前らをぶっ潰すわ。おめえならあいつらのこと詳しいだろ。なんかいい方法はねえのか。たった一日で1年分の修行ができるってやつは数さんあいつが人間に合うんだ。とことんやりてえってことか。
Yeah, that's a good touch. That's a good touch. Him farting going on. Ooh. Oh, there's a meteorite coming. Damn. It's like I can feel each and every punch on myself. Like I can feel it in my core. Every punch they deliver on each other, I can just feel the impact on myself, man. Vegeta, Piccolo.
貴様の正体は何だ。
It's almost like the same thing that happened on Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. They shattered into another dimension when Gogeta and Broly clashed. They momentarily shattered into a dimension.
どうやったってできねえ。オラにゃ鼻くそをほじる力。
あの時はまだはっきり答える自信がなかった。リンダへの気持ちは抑えようもなく強くなっていった。こんなに手応えのありそうな怪人は久しぶりだ。なぜその技犯してはならぬ過ちもあるだ。明日を約束された者が風を追え、心の内にある者。自分が何者であるか。
He created a tornado right in space?
尻尾だ。こいつにも尻尾がある。
You got Goku with that punch.
もっと強いやつまでいるのか。うまく精神集中できるだろうか。ほら、そうだった。
悟空を怒ってくるからの。
奴の尻尾を強く握れば。
いい運動になるぞ。よし、わしについてくるんじゃぞ。ご心配ご無用で。ちゃんと二人に運ばせますから。この箱を一つずつ持ってんだ。急に配達をするぞ。お前は冷たいの。遊びに来いと言わにゃ来んのだかい。悪には違いないが、昔のようなずる賢い粗暴さは薄れているように感じる。が、超新水こそは、大物の神の力が宿る水。
いよいよだ。敵は想像以上に強力な悪人たちだ。一瞬の油断も許されんぞ。では、早速始めるからな。
以前は宇宙も18あったんですよ。ほんのわずかでも善人様のご機嫌を損ねれば。
ご心配ご無用で。ちゃんと二人に運ばせますから。
Ooh, I think this is the full Ultra Instincts. This is the mastered Ultra Instincts. He just kicked the shaving cream out of Saitama's head. Yo, this is coming towards Earth. Saitama is gonna have to knock it out. If he doesn't, the Earth is gone.
よくわかんねえ。たった一日で1年分の修行ができるんだよ。パワーもスピードも回復力もすごい。確かにおめえのレベルはさらに上がったかもしんないけどな。その方法しかねえみてえだな。もっと強いやつまでいるのか。見えてきてるらしいな。ほら、おめえみてえに非常に徹するなんてどうやったってできねえ。でもオラだってもっと強くなったって思わねえか。確かにおめえのレベルはさらに上がったかもしんないけどな。今度ばっかりはワクワクしねえよ。細くてよ、ガタガタしてな。おめえみてえに非常に徹するって。パワ
ワーもスピードも回復力もすげえ。そうはさせねえけど、二人が組むってとこまではいい考えだ。
確かにおめえのレベルはさらに上がったかもしんねえけどな。不思議だ。ものすごく強いやつと戦ってるんです。なんだかワクワクしてきやがった。たった一日で1年分の修行ができるようになるか。
This is so like Goku.
修行にいい場所を知ってんだ。
This is so like Goku. Don't think it's over yet? Ooh, Dragon Fist. Dragon Fist. Oh, this is Autonomous Instincts Dragon Fist right now, coming after Saitama. Oh, man. Is this it? Is there going to be part 2 of this fight?
あいつが言うように今のあいつの力が本当に 50% のものだったらなんてスピードだ。全く何も見えなかった。完全にどうしようもねえ。
He got up? He got up from that?
おい、悟空、しっかりしろ。僕はいくつくらいなんでしょうか。
That sounds like Krillin. Yeah, you know, Krillin has a bald head too, right?
そう言うな。おめえらもずいぶん強いけど、オラたちの勝ちだ。修行を積んでこいよ。
もしかしたらフリーザがいるかもしれないけど、シンボを生み出す合言葉を最長老様に聞かないとどうしようもないかな。
確かにおめえのレベルはさらに上がったかもしんねえけどな。でもオラだってもっと強くなったって思わねえか。
This is definitely so like Goku.
遠慮なんかするなって。
This is definitely Goku right here. Goku's character. He wants to give Saitama sensu beans. What a guy Goku is, man.
新人潰しじゃなかったのか？数値とかデータで提出できると思うんだけど。
俺、最長老様のところに行ってくる。なるべく気配を殺しながらな。すぐ近くなんだろ。
あ、ここも開かないな。
そのせいで好
好
き
きだらけ
だらけな
なんんだ
だよ。
よ。
俺、その
7先輩のバイトやるわ。どんな仕事でもサローグの紹介よりはマシなはずだ。うざいだろ、僕の束縛劇。もしかして俺、余計なことしましたか？事故のことをリンダ先輩に連絡して心配させちゃって。
考えてもみろよ。
こいつはもっとチビの頃からみんなと同じように戦っていたじゃねえか。
野菜がなんか作ってあったじゃないか。
ハンマーヘッドならあっちに行ったけど、全裸で。俺は桃源団の仲間じゃねえよ。
確かに
おめえのレベルはさらに上がったかもしれないけどな。ものすごく強い奴らと戦うっちゅうのに、もっとワクワクしてきやがったか。俺らたちも修行して待ってんかな。おめえは俺らには勝てねえ。戦わなくてもわかる。おめえらも随分強えけど。俺は桃源団の仲間じゃねえよ。
見事だ、孫悟空。
ものすごく強い奴らと戦うっちゅうのに。
いよいよだ。敵は想像以上に強力な悪人たちだ。一瞬の油断も許されんぞ。軽いだけではないぞ。素晴らしく丈夫な布で作ってある。少しぐらいの攻撃など跳ね返す。知れぬ強さを持ったやつじゃ。しかも心は水晶よりも透き通っている。あんな奴が下界におったとはの。何度もくどく言うようじゃがな。
おめえはよ、自分の強さに自信がありすぎるんだ。ほら、おめえみてえに非常に徹するなんて、どうやったってできねえ。
ま、
仕方ねえか。
Vegeta is already there. But I thought with Goku's power level at this point, does he really need to place his hand on top of his forehead? I thought by now Goku would master this instant transmission without the touch of his forehead, based on how advanced he is now. I'm just saying.
最後グーから人差し指を伸ばすんだぞ。
一つだけでも手に入れておくのが先決だ。
Don't tell me this is gonna bring Black Goku or Goku Black here. Damn, there is an enemy. There is an enemy that is staring right through that black hole. Staring down on Goku, Saitama, and Vegeta. Alright guys, there you have it. Quite an interesting collision between Goku versus Saitama. Like I said before, the animation was well received. I received it I think this fan animation well depicted Goku's character. It also well depicted Saitama's character. And it looks like there's going to be a continuation. This fight is not over because there is someone staring right through that cataclysmic negative energy. But be that as it may, I enjoyed the fight. And thanks for coming to this live stream. I'm going to end the live stream now. Thank you guys for joining me. We've been going on for the past 3 hours and 23 minutes. Quite extreme time. And yeah, thank you guys for your votes. Let me go back to the votes, see what you guys think on. Oh, it's evenly. Right now, 50% of you guys said it will be Bardock. 50% says it will be Vegeta. So it's 50-50 at this point. Interesting. Interesting. Well, thank you guys for coming to the live stream. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. Turn on the notification if you have not. Check out my membership contents. Check me out on Rumble for anime reactions. And if I have any more updates on what's going on in the anime world, I will be sure to bring it to your attention. This stream is mainly focused on Solo Leveling, and I did talked about it. If you're late to the live stream, you can go and rewatch this live stream from the beginning and hear my opinions and the article that I read on Solo Leveling. But I'm sure most of you guys that are right here, most of you that are manga readers already know what's about to pop off. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining me. Like the live stream, guys. It helps with the algorithm. And thank you so much for your participation. Shout out to Swag, man. Swag has been the only one who has been keeping the live chat alive. Shout out to you, man. Much appreciated. I think Amin, shout out to you as well for participating. The instant transmission is a technique that doesn't involve how strong or weak you are. Goku don't have to place his fingers, just like he didn't place his fingers against Cell. I guess you're correct on that aspect. I guess it just depends on how he chooses to use it. Yes, I guess it depends on how he chooses to use it. I guess placing the finger helps him focus better. It helps him lock better on the energy that he's going after. That is true. I can see your point on that aspect. So I'm going to end the poll. And yeah, we'll do this again, guys. If you have any topic that you want to talk about, Dragon Ball, Naruto, Solo Leveling, the next time I come live, we can discuss it. There will be no, there won't be no issue on that. But and again, I don't bite. I know you ninja watchers are at bay, just watching, not saying anything. Give your opinion, man. Share your opinion. I'm sure some of you guys that are watching this live stream or watched everything I talked about, I'm sure you have your opinion. Don't be afraid to share your opinion. No one is gonna fight you or argue with you. You know, share your opinion. Let us know what you think. You know. The live stream is not blocked off for anyone. It's free. All right? I don't bite. Share your opinion. Don't be a ninja watcher too much. It's not good. No one is gonna come after you if you respond and tell us what you think about. Anyways, on that note, keep on keeping on. See you in the next video. Adios.